journey so this causal body science may ask, where is the causal body? Prove it objectively. We cannot prove it. Because it is not, we cannot prove the causal body because I cannot see it through my sense organs. Causal body. And this causal body is always present until we found the real self. No, I cannot. The moment you see me, and I see you, this is also the causal body. And I take it for granted that you are there and I am here. At the very highest level, simply understanding, okay, I have understood causal body. You have really understood? Yes. Okay. I understood. I cannot pay you. Don't pay me. Attend this session. But did you ever think that why you cannot pay me? Go to the restaurant, you say, I cannot pay you. I will eat everything. So you are guided and dictated by the causal body. We people know it. We will not say anything to you. We know it. You need not to worry about the milestones if your goal is to find the real self. And that pure mind lives with that only one aspiration to know the real self. These problems, these small things, futile things, do not come into your mind. What we were talking about that this master says, what is not real self? I have to know it. Why I have to know it? So that I can separate. Neighbor's house, I should know that this is neighbor's house, this is not mine. So that I will enter into my house. So the three questions, what is not real self? I should know it clearly. And what I witness, what I observe in the world, I should know it. So once I know these two aspects in my daily living, what is left? Real self. It is very important to know what we are not. Why? Another answer. So that my mind is taken over by the intellect through the discernment and dispassion. Through the discernment and dispassion. Through the discernment and dispassion. Are you getting it? Yes, I'm getting it. I know everything you have repeated many a times. I have to repeat until I find the real self. So why it is important to know what we are not? It helps my intellect to take over the mind, because mind follows the behavior and attitude, impulsive nature. Because mind lives in confusion and habitually declares, I am the body when we have pain in the body. I am the mind when we are upset. I am the emotion, and when we hate or attach to someone. And it is coming from the causal body. It happens impulsively, habitually. Mind returns to its old habit. So there the master says, maintain your awareness, live into that awareness of the truth, which is permanent, never changing, independent existence. But we have to approach that real self by knowing the mithya. What is false appears true, but it is not true. Body appears true, your body appears true. I'm communicating, that communication appears true, but it is not. Why? It depends on my body, my sense organ. You see that? Whenever it depends on something, it is mithya, it is false. And as long as we are attached to the false, we cannot reach to the real self. And what we are understanding, we are none of these three bodies. Well, that depends on. Pay attention. We are going deeper. Yes, I have total attention on you. Not on me, not on the knowledge. I see the world of people, place, objects, things. They appear true, but it is not true. Why? Because it is changing. Changing shape in the form depends on something else. When I say changing depends on name and the form, it is not who am I. So we have understood what we have understood. Yes, I have understood. Yes. That there is a physical body, there is a subtle body, and then there is a causal body. Causal body means not casual body. The difference between the word casual and causal. Cause of the physical and the subtle body, that is the mind, is the causal body. These three bodies are apparent existence. They appear true, but it is not true. Appear means false, different from untruth. And you see that. I am stressed today. I was not stressed yesterday. So the effect, experience is happening in the subtle body, came from the causal body. That is why it is mithya, no real self. Real self is beyond this. That is why our master sings the glory of the real self all the time. It is beyond time and the space. I'm opening up to another subtle principle. Not principle, but we can experience in day-to-day life. All the three bodies is mithya. They appear true, but it is not true. Now, why the existence took so much of care to create these three bodies? They should have put me into the knowledge. When you contemplate and reflect, then this question comes to your mind. And if you find the answer of this question, you move to the next level. It is not that whatever I say, you simply accept it. You have to contemplate and reflect. I told you before. Now see, another perspective, knowledge. Our entire goal of the Eastern wisdom, asatoma satagamaya, tamasoma jyotirgamaya, mrityorma mritangamaya. In 3 lines, entire journey is done. Now see, body, physical body is made up of parts. Each part is a body. Do you agree? Each part cannot be the body. No parts are the body. All these parts together becomes the body. Well, if parts are not the body, then we are not the body. See the logic and knowledge. And if each part is the body, then we are many, which contradicts I cannot be many. Do you see that? I cannot be many. So we understand if a thing consists of parts, if a thing is changing, one, if thing consists of parts, if thing is changing, if a thing has name and the form, then it cannot be the real self. And if the part is me, then you take vitamin pills and food supplements, they are all body. Then they are all body. But then why I claim that? Due to emotional dependence, due to delusion. What to do with the delusion? Discernment and dispassion. I have to live into that knowledge, that awareness, that anything that depends on something else, it comes from the causal body, vasanas, seed impression. Put hundreds of elements together, give a name, that name becomes Girish, and that has a name and that has a form, which is known as the body. Fragment them, there is no body, but I still exist. Separate them, no body, no mind, no causal body. And that is why we say it is mithya. Mithya means false. False means that appears true, it is not true. So we have our famous examples. The water in the mirage appears true, but it is not. The blueness of the sky. You are walking late in the evening and it's a rope, but you feel it's a snake. So you get scared. That is where the causal body uses. So we are trying to understand. Why trying? We are understanding the causal body. Causal, not casual body. Don't take it casual. It's a cause. Cause of the subtle and the physical. Simply the cause or the seed of the physical and the subtle body. I'm moving using the sense organ. It has no other function. Causal body has no other function but the seed of the two bodies. The other two bodies cannot be formed without the causal body. Causal body. Who are you? I'm Jerry. So that is an individual consciousness. From where it has come? From the causal body. So causal body expresses in through the subtle body, the mind. No, I'm Jerry. I'm Rani. I'm anesthesia. I'm Rakesh. See that? See, causal body is working 24/7 in sleep, in waking state, in communication, in personal life, in professional life, in social life, at every moment. And we are not aware. That's why we are suffering. No, today I have understood. From today I will have no suffering. Thank you. Good enough. Congratulations. So it gives a birth to the individual consciousness with reference to the physical world. How do I say that I'm an individual? With the name and the form. But the name and the form is not true. So that is why the master says this causal body is made of ignorance, wrong notion, misunderstanding. Causal body pushes misunderstanding, ignorance into the subtle body then pushes its misunderstanding into the physical body, and then I say I'm an individual. Where are you indivisible? Indivisible means what? Indivisible. Are you really indivisible? With reference to the body? With reference to the mind? With reference to the ego? Indivisible cannot be broken, cannot be divided into parts. I'm coming to a very wonderful thing, and especially for people in the West and also in the East, both, I'll just give an example. It's a body-mind complex that the word that we use in the Western world. This body-mind complex creates an individual. But there is nothing like indivisible in the body-mind complex. Sam likes to be the coach, and that's why I'm adding a couple of more things in the modern science. So body-mind complex, pay attention. We are going to a wonderful thing. We have been talking about causal body, so I should get rid of all the, we create a unnecessary conclusion. Oh, no, I have understood the causal body. It must be, erased completely. Body-mind complex. Body-mind complex are made of parts, elements, thoughts, and feeling. Where is an individual? We say real self has no parts. It is indivisible. We have to find that. So when the real self has no part, start contemplation, reflection. So discernment and dispassion comes. Start reflecting. Anything has part is time-bound. Only partless can be timeless. Do you see that? Anything has part has a dimension. Anything which does not have a part has no dimension. Multi-dimensional consciousness. That we are. That we are. Anything has a part is limited. Anything has no part, which is partless, is unlimited. Mouse has part. Remote has a part. It has a dimension. They are limited. Mouse is different from the remote. You see that? That is how we see my body and your body. Then we create an individual which is false. We are living in ignorance. There is a power of knowledge and there is a tremendous power of ignorance. It is the power of the ignorance that says I'm different from you. Come on, I'm a teacher, I'm a great teacher. Long beard. Whatever has a part falls apart. Whatever is partless always exists. Did you listen to it? Whatever has a part will definitely fall apart one day. But because I'm none of these three bodies, even if they fall apart, I exist. And that I is the real self. It is here and now. Why it is here and now? Why it is here and now? This false cannot exist without the real self. The real self exists independently. What is made up of parts will definitely fall apart. All the three bodies are made up of parts, will fall apart. That is understood as a birth and the death. What is partless cannot fall apart. That is the real self. And you need to go to the laboratory, modern science laboratory, to see that whether I exist or not. I don't want to use the word mystery, but we say this causal body is beginningless. Ignorance cannot be explained. But we can know that it is beginningless. Beginningless does not mean that it has parents or it has no parents. You are walking carefully and still you fall down. Causal body. I get angry over one issue at one time and I am happy with the same issue at other time. Ignorance. I told you in the very beginning. Go to a restaurant. $100 bill. And I'm happy to pay another $15 as a tip. And when it comes to learning this, no, this is free. No anesthesia, for you it is free. And all your students. Come on, what you are talking to me. It doesn't affect me. So beginningless, we are coming to most important. No, I always say everything is important. Yes, everything is important. Pay attention. Very important. So when I say, why should I say? When the master says this physical body is false, it appears true, but it is not. I should, in the discernment, in the knowledge, I should negate that this is not me. Neighbor's house is not me, and still I'm living with the neighbor's house. And don't start thinking, should we leave the body if I'm not the body and go to the graveyard? Choice is yours. I'm not saying it. And even you don't have a choice. When this body has to leave, it will definitely leave. Death is uncertain. So wrong logic is that, oh, if I'm not the body, should I leave it? Leave it? Can you leave it? Now comes the secret. This false is a manifestation of knowledge. That I know that this is false and I'm the real self. No, I did not understand this. Science brought together different parts of this mouse, which is known as a mouse. It is an expression of knowledge. Remote. Many parts came together intelligently. Let us use intelligently. Is what? You see, anything in the world. Body parts brought together intelligently. From the mouse, I'm coming to the physical body. Body parts, different parts brought together intelligently. Same carbohydrate, protein, fat, makes my eyes to see, brought together intelligently. Did you understand this part? So we are removing the ignorance. Oh, the false means now it's a positive aspect. What is brought together intelligently is a manifestation or expression of the knowledge. Entire world is a manifestation of the knowledge. Look at anything. Whether you look at the mango tree, we have a lot of orange trees, Gary? And lemon trees here. Intelligently. Matter is the same. Matter is the same. Do you see? Body parts brought together. Mango tree, lemon tree. Is an expression of the knowledge. Our master do not stop there. What a beauty. Once you are married to this Eastern wisdom, you're not going to leave. Why we say intelligently put together? Do you have any question in your mind? Keep that question in your mind. So one thing is very clear. Mouse parts are brought together intelligently. That is why it is a mouse. If it is brought together unintelligently and you have the same shape, but it has no utility, it does not express any knowledge, it does not mean anything. Remote, phone, clear? Yes, clear. I'm understanding. Very good. Only in 1 hour? Yes. I spent 42 years and still I don't know. Create a shape of why we say intelligently. Why we say intelligently? Why we say intelligently? So the master answers that if your body contains a definite amount of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, which means, your carbs, fat, vitamin, minerals, you put them same amount which this body contains on the table. Can it create the shape of this beer guy? Did you understand what I'm saying? Not possible. So here the Eastern wisdom challenges the science. Now my parents have the sexual pleasure and then I came out. It is very easy to say that. Did you understand? Can we create a shape of this body, putting them all the elements that this body contains? I cannot create this body intelligently put together. Are you clear? That's why I'm using the word intelligently. My dad and mom did not put things intelligently to create this crazy body. Do you agree? They had their pleasure, we have our pleasure. Are you clear on this? No, you are my son, you should do this. Come on. Yes, my son. Now the next question comes, why someone put the things intelligently? Do you want to know the answer? To serve a purpose. Intelligently put together to serve a purpose. Put together intelligently to serve a purpose. Put intelligently together to serve a purpose. Clear? Are you clear? Yes, I'm clear. Don't repeat again and again. I'm clear, I'm intelligent. So yes. The moment you say I'm intelligent, you are already in ignorance. Socrates said one time that the moment anyone says I know it, who knows this? Subtle body. To serve a purpose, look at the mouse, the anything, the computer, the monitor, to serve a purpose. Right? So body is put intelligently together by some unknown intelligence to serve a purpose. What is the purpose? To know the real self. Or to continue enjoying the pleasures of the world. Oh, I have it, I don't have it, okay. Last point. Last point that because all the elements are available to the science, they cannot put these elements intelligently and cannot create a mango seed or a lemon seed or this human body on the laboratory. Sam, are you getting it? What is that intelligence? That intelligence is our real self. Discovery of that real self, which is of the nature of peace and happiness, love and wisdom, is the journey. Body, energy, body, this physical body, subtle body, with the mind, intellect, and ego, the energy, are put together intelligently by an existence, by the same real self, to know the real self. I told you, we are going deeper and deeper, step by step. So don't get miscarried, by if you read an article on the Google, oh, science have found the God particle. What is particle, what is consist of the part will fall apart. But if I have made this statement in the very beginning, you will say this guy is crazy. If you are not a seeker, you cannot understand. If you are not committed, you cannot understand. Sam? So that's why one has to be a seeker. In these 42 years, and I don't see that I have learned anything in these 3,000 texts. That gives me, never see the milestone in Eastern wisdom. Keep your eye on the final destination. Did you understand that part? Lot of stuff is there. No, I haven't understood it. So let us start over. Close your eyes. Close your eyes and body is steady. Mind is facing within and eyes are closed. Now you see that what does not fall apart? What does not fall apart? Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu. Now did you understand why I used to give this mantra? Reflect on this. Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu. Sarvesham Swastir Bhavatu. Let there be happiness for all. So if your ego says, okay, no, I'm blessing you, let there be happiness for you. No. Sarvesham swastir bhavatu, your mind goes to that happiness which is already present behind the physical body of name and the form, subtle body and the causal body. Your mind is absorbed into that. That happiness is ever existent. Look at the depth and insight of the mantra. Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu. May there be peace for all. Even with that, Master is so humble. May there be peace for all. Is pointing us that peace is ever existence, that peace is not in pieces, it is only one that is present in every being, everything put intelligently together by the existence which is real self. So when I say may there be peace for all, in fact I'm searching the real self. Masters always believe you got it. Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu. May there be completeness in all. It means indivisible. Indivisible, beyond the three bodies. Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu. Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu. May there be auspiciousness for all. And what did I say, auspiciousness, if you recall the meaning? I said happiness plus peace plus completeness is auspiciousness. When? Where? When? All the time. Where? In all locations. Everywhere. From moment to moment. That means you are living from moment to moment. That means you have reached. So we have, everywhere, we have. So when we do not understand whether it's the East or the West, or US or India, I'm living in a moment. So what happens, I have a lot of stress. That's why I'm living in a moment. Come on. And now with that understanding and knowledge, did I say, are you putting your physical causal body and the subtle body, they are already put intelligently together by the existence, so I have to do nothing. I'm a non-doer. I don't keep that ego in me because it's a part of the subtle body. And in that state, start breathing quick and short breath from both the nostrils into the chest, dropping Om Shanti, in the heart within, keeping your body, physical body, still. Only the rib cage moves, the entire body remains still. If it is not remaining still, causal body says, oh, you have a long way to go. Continue. Quicken. Short breath through both the nostrils into the ribs, first part. Second level of awareness, body remains steady and comfortable. Third level of awareness, the mind is gently saying Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om, or Shantoham. Both are okay. Shantoham, Shantoham. Fourth level of awareness, you're breathing almost 60, 80 or 100 breaths in a minute. Quick, short, fast breath. Another point of awareness, you have a variety of experiences at the physical or the subtle body. You accept it and recognize, and you continue your journey. Why? I already explained. Continue quick and short breath we have been doing so you are aware. But at the same time, you're dropping Om Shanti, you're aware of the changes, the experiences, that is, whatever is changes means the part putting together intelligently. I'm repeating again and again and again to make you understand. And now stop it. Let us start doing the nyasa. You start breathing deep, silent and slow. That is your car. Mind is the driver, the space inside, the major parts of the body. I is the highway, the intellect is dropping Om Shanti. So the moment you start inhaling, the mind moves inside the right arm, from the right shoulder to the fingertips, gently with awareness, dropping Om Shanti, knowing the meaning that Om is the real self and peace, manifestation. See, expression of the knowledge. And as you exhale, the mind moves from the fingertips to the shoulder. So, Om Shanti. why I added the mantra. So when you add the mantra, you need to hardly do maybe 2 or 3 minutes of breathing, or even if you don't do it, but with that understanding that we discussed today. So that knowledge works in the intellect, on the mind, while doing the practice, that will take you deeper. And now moving the mind inside the left arm in the same way as you inhale, deep silence, slow the mind moves inside the left arm in the space of Shanti. Shanti, you know the meaning. You need not to remember the milestones. Destination lives in the mind 24/7. Now inside the right leg with Om Shanti, deep silence, slow breath. You see that you are putting these different levels of your awareness intelligently together to bypass the three bodies. If I explain in the way that will help us understand through our mind. So in that state, the physical body stops moving by itself. You need not to worry about it. The mind remains 100% on the journey. Why? It does not know the milestone. It doesn't want to know. Now inside the left leg. There is no inside and outside. It's all continue vinyasa with the Om Shanti or Shantoham. Both are okay. You know that any mantra will do. You know that level of awareness is reached, is attained. And now inside the spine from the crown of the head to the tailbone, while inhaling, and from the tailbone to the crown of the head, Om Shanti. And now leave this, bring your awareness inside the heart, visualize the triangle, move the mind on a triangle, the knowledge, you know it, desire, real self, action, the mind goes in the middle of the triangle, you're singing Om, the mind goes deeper and deeper and deeper. It seems to stop. The moment it seems to stop, drop the Shanti. Remain stopped. No dimension. Well, if the mind finds any thought, returns to it. You say, mind, come on to the triangle. Om Shanti. Maybe you can say that we are doing the last step of this meditation because you are far away from the physical body. You're far away from the subtle body that causes a lot of distractions. Subtle body. And with this same subtle body, you have a knowledge, desire, aspiration. And the action is nothing but the mind moving within, living within, results in awakening. That moving within should be 100%. Living within should be 100%. Then we pick up who puts the things intelligently together. The existence did not ask the scientist how to put the physical body, 5 sense organs, mind, intellect, ego, thoughts intelligently putting together. to create a human being who will demonstrate God particle. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bring your mind on the right hand, your mind on the left hand. Lift your both the palms, place it on your eyes, open the eyes inside. Know your experiences, bring the hands down, we'll share our experiences. Thanks to Jerry, who started this journey, and she discussed a couple of years back. So it becomes the group program. Normally I give private lessons. So there I'm very much focused. I know that where that seeker lives. So I can personalize and customize. So, but this group journey is, sometimes it becomes more and more rewarding. It's rewarding to me also. So how are you, Jerry?
Sir, I'm good. It was a nice meditation. From the moment I closed my eyes, I was focused on the space and
Good.
following your guidance throughout, just with very little distraction at all, just the space. I did have a question though, like during the meditation, because that space was like this consciousness.
Yeah.
Or that awareness. And I was wondering, with the universal like consciousness, is that the creator?
Yeah.
Is that Ishvara too?
Yes. You see that, Jerry, you see that? I gave an example that science can put many parts intelligently together, create a mouse. Come on, but they cannot create the body. They cannot create the mind. They cannot create the intellect. You gather all the parts, the elements, carbohydrate, protein, a specific amount of vitamins and minerals, and ask the scientist to create an eye, which is able to perceive. No way. You may talk of artificial intelligence. Okay, we agree with you. Artificial intelligence, it pertains to the matter. It does not pertain to the consciousness. So you are right in saying that whether you say universal consciousness or pure consciousness or transcendental consciousness, or you simply say it is the consciousness, is knowledge, it is supreme intelligence, and it is the real self. How are you, Lalit?
Yes, sir, I felt really good doing it, sir.
Very good. Very good. How are you, Rakesh?
Well, thank you. It was very peaceful and deep today.
Very good. How are you, Sam?
Good. Only difference I noticed from recent was that the Nyasa felt a lot more targeted and precise today.
Good.
I'd say that over the last week, after the pranayama, I felt like I was a lot of energy up here and very little, but it kind of came and flowed a lot more effortlessly down to the limbs throughout today.
Very good. So you moved into a deeper and deeper state. Beautiful. How are you, Brandy?
I'm good, thank you. My meditation was a little more surface today, but it was really steady. I think it was helpful to know that our real self created the rest of these bodies to learn the real self. And I was thinking about how it's also part of how we deal in the transactional world. And so the multi-pointedness of the meditation is like pretty realistic with the way that we have to function. And I was thinking like, okay, if you can breathe, if you can drop the Shanti, if you can recognize the body, and all this is kind of going on with a focus on the real self, then that's like how we have to live in the material world with it.
Yes, I think that's a very good point you are mentioning. So we live in the transactional world with the knowledge of the real self expressing through these three bodies. That is all. And that is a normal state. What we are living in a habitual, instinctive, impulsive, and we can say ignorant state in daily transactions. So my perception of the entire world changes. If you are awakened, it does not mean that now you have 3 eyes, and 4. Nothing happens at the physical level. It's internally. You live into that awareness. How are you, sir, Ashok ji?
Sir, I am good and fine, and meditation was very peaceful and progressive.
Very good. Continue to... meditation is progressing or you are progressing? Both. Say both. No, he's a good engineer, so he knows it. How are you, Sameer?
Sir, when I was doing Nyasa, it was like that breath is flowing like water in my body. Means I just felt very light, very energetic, and I just enjoyed it a lot today. It was different than all previous days. I was more aware, and it was flowing in the whole of my body like this water is flowing in my body, total here, there.
Yeah.
It was very light, very powerful. So I felt a lot of these such as I felt like energetic after doing that meditation.
Beautiful.
Means
Yeah.
I was feeling a little sleepy. Now I'm more aware, awake.
Yeah.
A lot of difference from before and after.
I remember something from one of the Upanishad. It says that this peace, not pieces, peace as we can experience as a fluid mass moving from the top of the head into the spine and then spreading into the physical body. So that gives us an experience that everything is fluid. Nothing is static. So that also gives us a good experience. How are you? We are two left. We have Vaibhav, and then we will go to anesthesia. Yeah.
So it was very peaceful, quiet, calm, very peaceful.
Very good. Good. How are you, anesthesia?
Thank you. It was quiet and quick, and today I've had experience of noise. It's first my time when I hear noise. I understand that in my ears, I mean, like electricity, noise of electricity or magnetic field, something like that. It's a little bit strange. But it was very calm and peaceful.
It was calm and peaceful. I will not share what you share in your email to me, and you are helping yourself. You are progressing. So you are able to understand, and with that understanding, you are able to change yourself. You change yourself. Forget the rest. The rest, whether they change or not, you need not to worry. Including your honey.
May I have a question?
Yeah.
If I got it right, I don't know. About that consciousness that put everything intelligent together, so we have possibility to get to know with our real self. It looks like a mirror. I mean, it's like this consciousness created a kind of mirror to look itself. I mean, this outside world, I've noticed that I can know and see only that I have inside. For example, with my fears, I have started to notice fears in others only if I have this fear and if I know my fear, that this is fear because of something. So, I mean, is it for reflection itself, like to look into mirror, like, so it's me? I don't know the quiet world.
My dear anesthesia, you asked a very, very, very important, deeper question that if I don't have the knowledge of the fear, I don't have the impression and experience of the fear, and I'm looking at others who are scared, I won't feel anything. So that is definitely coming from the causal body. But behind that causal body, it is the consciousness that gives me an experience, that tells me something about the subtle. Can I summarize in a very simple word? And you contemplate and reflect. You all contemplate and reflect. Creation and creator. Jerry also pointed out, so I'm summarizing that. No, everything is deeper. So what it makes a difference? You all are deeper, so you will understand it. So I'm making a statement. You see that a scientist created this mouse, and this mouse is outside the scientist. This statement will become clear when I say this existence or this real self or this consciousness, it creates everything and enters into what it creates. Scientists cannot do that. Did you understand that? Scientists have created a phone. Scientists have created a remote, the monitor and the computer, they could not enter into it. Huh? It's an objective. So what the real self and existence and consciousness has done, it creates everything and enters into what it creates. One consciousness created this guy, present here. Created Brandy, present there. Created Jerry, present there. Created Sam, present there. Created monitor, present there. Created light, present there. Created anything and everything of the world. That is how we say this consciousness is all pervading, ever present, partless, partless. So it cannot fall apart. Even if the body falls apart, consciousness is. So I don't know it. And so it means there is an ignorance. So when I don't know, I am ignorant. So then there is a fear. Fear of not knowing myself causes. That is the problem. When I know myself, there is no ignorance. There is always a fear of unknown. There cannot be a fear of known. Do you understand that? I know you, so there is no fear. You know me, there is no fear. So that is the first problem, the fear of unknown. And then that unknown is taken as deluded part. I am the body. That is another deeper layer of ignorance, and that causes a lot of problem. How dare you insert me? No, did you insert my body? Body cannot take any insert. But how dare you insert me? You see that? When you say you are crazy, you are pointing to the body. You don't know my subtle body. Did you get it? Yeah, you see? So those stuff, once we go deeper, and we are already going deeper. So that is all. Thank you very much. We will meet again.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Namaste. Thank you very much.
Namaste. I gave you the lesson. Why you are saying thank you to everyone? Okay.